What is going on, guys? I am Samuel and welcome back to Louisiana. Today I am again on my BMX bike. In fact, today marks 2 weeks since I purchased this in the bike shop. I've had some time to really get used to the bike and kind of start feeling comfortable on a BMX bike, which I am so excited about, and I'm really excited for my session today. We're gonna have some fun. When you think of BMX, you normally think about riding in a skate park, and my problem is I actually don't live near a skate park. The closest one to me is a little over 2 hours away, which is why I ended up building an 8-foot quarter pipe in my backyard. It's one of my favorite things to ride, and I am gonna ride this today to get kind of warmed up. But today we're not gonna be focused on big ramp. Instead, I want to ride my mini kicker. We're gonna see how much fun and how many things I can do just riding a very small jump on a BMX bike, something I can ride anywhere. You can build your skills on a bicycle with whatever you have, and we're gonna be doing that today. Let me get my helmet on and make sure I'm ready to ride today. This right here is a mini kicker in question. I just built this in an afternoon out of some plywood and 2x4s. Kicker ramps like this are super easy to construct, and you can get a lot of air off them. In fact, you can even learn new tricks on them. I've learned a lot of tricks on this, and we're just gonna ride it today and see what kind of stuff I can pull out on a little tiny jump. But like I said, I've got to get warmed up riding the quarter pipe where I know all my tricks. Let's do an X up first go. I'm not very good at those, but maybe I can get them better. Gotta do an X up, first trick of the day. I always enjoyed calling myself a kind of hard first trick because it really helps get you going into that biking mood, and I never do X-ups. In fact, the last time I was riding my quarter pipe, I did a 540 on my BMX. We'll play the clip right now. Yes! So that was really cool. I just did that 2 days ago, but we're gonna have a more relaxed session today. But now let's go on and do some tricks I'm a little bit better at. Toboggans are my favorite. I gotta do a tabletop and maybe even a tire grab. Let's get those 3, and then I might get on the mini kicker. All right, let's get a toboggan. Oh, I love those so much. All right, next we're gonna do a really good tabletop. We're gonna take advantage of those long handlebars. That was a great one. Last warm-up trick's gonna be an old school one. Let's get a tire grab. Oh, that was good. All right, we're done with warming up. I think that now I'm properly warmed up. I did some of my favorite tricks on that quarter pipe, and now we're finally gonna get on this little mini kicker. Let me show you my first setup. So I've got this patio in the backyard, and it has 3 steps on it. So I put my kicker up in front of these steps, and we're gonna gap over them onto this brick patio. Gotta make sure you don't hit the picnic table and then just cruise off the end of it. That's what we're gonna do first. I might do some tricks onto here, or I might just jump in and have some fun. And I even fixed my bike from the last video. I had my seat come loose on the seat post when I was doing toboggans, and I ended up tightening this bolt back down. I put some Loctite on it, and my seat hasn't come loose since, and I'm really proud of that. Also, BMX seats are really interesting. There's a little hole in the top of the seat, and you just poke your wrench straight through there, and there's one bolt that just goes straight down to the seat post and it holds your seat on. And it is kind of a high-risk jump because if you case, there's a nice little brick edge to give you a pinch flat, but yeah, my tires should be hard enough. I don't need to worry about that. So you have to pedal uphill for this. Hopefully I don't come up short. Oh, I almost did, but I made it. No flat. Having to pedal uphill to make this gap is a little bit tricky, so I'm gonna do one trick on it. I'm gonna do a toboggan, and then we're gonna go on and play around with some other stuff because I think I'm gonna be done riding this pretty quickly. Takes a lot of effort. Yes! Oh, that was so cool. That toboggan felt really cool. It's a little scary to do it because you have to pedal so hard uphill, and you're basically pedaling to your right at the ramp, so there's no time to sit there and coast and get set up. And I have an idea for a funny little trick. I want to try to do a foot jam right on the edge of that ramp and then fakie back down it. I've never tried this before, but we're gonna see how it goes. And I'm probably just on the grass because I don't want to fall off onto bricks. The ramp's in place. Let's give it a go. That one was pretty cool. So I went a little bit off the edge there, but I think we're gonna count that one. Now I think I need to do a big spin off this. I've got the little kicker set up. Let's try to give it a 360. I'm not very great at doing 360s on BMX, but I need to get better. I love how easy BMX is to spin though. It's so fun. Oh, that was a great one. Maybe I'm better than I thought. Let's do another one just for fun. Oh, I love that. This bike is so great. I have had a blast riding this little kicker in my backyard, but the beauty about mini kickers is this thing is not glued to my backyard. I can throw this in my truck and take it actually anywhere. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna go to a little street spot with a little curb, and I'm gonna bring this kicker with me, just bring the kicker and my bicycle, and I'm gonna show you that you can just show up to a street spot, bring your kicker with you, and literally ride your bicycle anywhere. We're about to go do that. I have a couple tricks that I wanna do. Let me go grab a truck. And here we have everything we need for our session, the ramp and the bike. I just gotta get it loaded up in the back. Here goes the bike. And now we're set. Look how well everything fits in the back of a truck, a ramp, and a bicycle. It is not hard to have a great session on your bike. You might recognize this spot from my previous BMX video. It's just a little curb and a big concrete slab, but this is where I'm bringing my mini kicker. I think it's gonna be really fun to do some hops up onto there, some hops back off of it into the kicker, use it for a landing. Let me get it out of the truck and then session this little spot. So I've got the ramp into position. I'm gonna slide it up a little bit, and I think for my first trick, we're gonna 180 from the ramp and then land backwards on this and kind of half cab around. I think that'll be a good gap. So I've got not a very big gap I have to clear, but the run up isn't great, so I have to pedal really hard. I'm gonna try to 180 and land backwards on this ledge. So I'm really gonna put my free coaster to work. Yes! Yes! Wow! So now that I've done a half cab up that, which is really fun, I'm gonna do a big toboggan, and it's gonna be kind of fun to land on the up bank. I'm gonna try to do a nollie off. So if you don't know what a nollie is, on a bunny hop, you pull up on the back and then level the bike out. But a nollie is actually a skateboard trick where you go on the front of the bike and then pull the front wheel up and you come off like that. Basically reverse bunny hop. I can kind of do them on mountain bike, but it makes them so much easier on BMX where your front is really straight like that. You get a lot more pop. So I'm gonna try it out, and this will be one of my first nollies I've ever done. I think this will be a good spot though. So because I have this little drop and it gives me a little extra hang time when I do a bunny hop, I'm actually gonna do a bunny hop tire grab. I'm not used to doing it on this bike because you have to reach so far. So the plan now is I move this kicker to the big flat concrete parking lot. I'm gonna try to come up it, do a little hop, and then get some speed going backwards, and I'm gonna do a little fakie bar spin. I'm just gonna do it from a manual because it makes it a lot easier, but this is gonna be a fun trick to use my free coaster. Yes. So you might not think about street spots being a place where you can get some big jumps in, but if you bring your kicker, it actually is. So I've got this kicker set up on this concrete pad, have a great spot to pedal in to get some speed, and then I can jump all the way over this and have a nice little grass slope landing, and that's what we're gonna ride, a big step down at a street spot, maybe even throw some tricks, but it's gonna be some fun hang time. So I think there's a perfect landing here to get a little dip and do a nice big toboggan on it. Let's give that a try. So I found the perfect spot to do something I've never actually tried out before. I've got my ramp set on already a little sloped bank in the ground. So it's a little bit steeper, it's gonna give me a little bit more pop, and I'm really interested to see what this ride's like. So I'm gonna get on the BMX, pedal in, and see what I can do on this. Oh, I need to try to spin that. There's so much pop. So I've got a lot of pop here, and I want to try to do a big 360. I think I kind of boost it and go high. Let's give it a try. Wow. I barely did a 180. I gotta pull harder than that. Cause it's like, you go up a little bit and then it's boom, there's your pop. Yes! So the 360 was really cool, but I've got one more ender before we leave the street spot. I've got my kicker set up on this sidewalk, and there's this little bank going off the side of it. So I'm gonna come off the kicker and try to hip and kind of land into the sideways landing. I think it's gonna be really fun and be a great way to end the session off. So the table actually worked out on this little hip, and that was really fun, but that's gonna be the session ender for today. My bars kind of slipped in my stem. You can see how far leant back they are in comparison to my forks. I like them to be forward, like a degree. So we're gonna end off today there, but that is just how much fun you can have with the mini kicker. You can ride it anywhere in your backyard. You can bring it to a street spot and do stuff. I had a lot of fun spinning that big little step up. So that's gonna end it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother, take your grandma out to a BMX ride, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.